Hey, what's up, Big Nation? This is David Labby with Big Man Fitness coming to you today on May 18th, 2017. All right, I got done my workout, my shower, I got my Superman t-shirt on. Yeah, I got two of these, so don't hate. This is one of my favorite Superman t-shirts. So, I got one in a 3XL and a 2XL as my goal shirt, and this is my 2XL, so I'm super excited about it, because I'm able to fit in it. We got my my hot cinnamon spice tea. I love me some cinnamon spice, because you gotta say cinnamon with a little bit of a So, today I'm working on quite a few things, but my ankle's feeling a lot better. Let's go over the three things real quick. So physiology, emotions, physiological, emotional, and mental health. Mental clarity. So how am I doing on a scale from 1 to 10? I would have to say I'm probably doing like a 6.5 on the physical, because I still the sprain is up and down a little bit, but it's so much better today than it was. The hydro massage that I'm doing over at the gym is doing monumental work for it. And I've also, every day I've been stretching it and working it out a little bit. And all I mean is that I wiggle my toes. That's it. Like I might try and I feel it out. So I'll take my foot and twist it a little bit from left to right, very, very lightly, feeling it out. If there's any pain at all, I stop immediately. I do not push. I don't just push all the way. Very slowly flex my foot back and forth to see how far I could feel it, because I want to gain functionality in there. I am working out on the leg extension and leg curls, and that's not affecting my ankle whatsoever. But the hydro massage, man, I feel better. My body feels better. My recovery is faster, right? So I don't even know why. I mean, I should have been doing it right from the get-go as soon as I found out I had the sprain. If you have a break or a break in a bone, I don't know if I would recommend any of it. If I would recommend that, maybe. I mean, the reason why I do it is because it helps to one, work the muscles in a different way, kind of loosen up the fascia, which is what binds the muscle fibers together, and it loosens it up, allowing better stretch. It also pushes it helps push blood flow into the capillaries and in between the muscles, so that way you get better nutrients and blood flow into. The more blood flow that you have, the better off. So I mean, I thoroughly believe in massages. I thoroughly believe in the hydro massage, because it's more it's not like direct pressure. When you like push in, with like hands and stuff, you're pushing direct pressure points, right? Which can be good, if you're not injured, right? But if you push down on the wrong spot for let's say an injury or something like that, and you're stretching that tendon, or you stretch something that shouldn't. So watch, like I have my hands extended, and I push in, my fingers curl. Why? Because pushing on the tendons of my fingers, which causes it to bend. Right? That's what tendons do. So, same thing with the foot. Like, I don't want that. So I want something that's more vibrating and more, more fluid. So, it's not like direct. It's not like a direct pressure. It's more surface area, right? And it's consistent. It's consistent pressure. I guess it's what's the word that I'm looking for? It cycles, like it's not constant, but and it's not consistent, but it's oscillating. There we go, oscillating pressure, because it's an oscillation. Okay, that's one word that I can use for it. So anyway, so physically, I'm doing very well. Definitely had a good workout this morning. I'm just doing very light right now for today. I restart on Monday with high volume. I'm gonna start doing more groundwork. Like, I'm gonna go back to doing push-ups and stuff on Monday. I'm gonna see if I can, and I'm just gonna start off light, but I'm still gonna continue going to the gym, because primarily what I'm doing is I'm just plugging in one for the other when it comes to like push-ups. I'm doing a chest press. When it comes, I'm still doing sit-ups, leg ups, but so instead of doing squats, I'm doing, which puts a lot of pressure on the ankles, I'm now doing leg extensions and leg curls to help kind of work, because I don't want to atrophy too much. And I think that I'm not atrophying, considering that I'm still working, because it was only about a week and a half that I wasn't doing anything at all, except for the very light exercises that I was doing in my chair, and I was doing my own leg extensions in the chair, and which was a hell of a core workout, but definitely I'm glad that I'm able to do a little bit more, and I'm working on my recovery. But as I said, like, I'm still trying to gauge how things go. I have just about 2 weeks and 3 days until my thing down in Westford, Mass, which is the Samurai Sprint. It's an obstacle course race, and I really want to go. I do want to go. It's kind of a goal, but I'm not willing to risk injury. If I'm not, if I do not, because from where I was exactly 2 weeks ago to where I am today, right? Because Thursday's when I actually, like, Tuesday I injured my foot. Wednesday I walked on it and severely injured myself, right? Because it wasn't until Thursday morning that I had to go to the ER exactly 2 weeks ago, and my ankle was ballooned, everything was black and blue, it just sucked. And now I'm doing so much better. And that took 2 weeks. So now I have another 2 weeks, and I'm just fluctuating with my, I'm not stopping. I'm still progressing. And I'm thinking about doing, so I'm working on my intermittent fasting. I'm still going to continue with doing that. I'm also going to be working on my actual fasting. I'm thinking about doing a 3-day fast come Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday would be a full fast, except for bone broth and my bulletproof coffee, but that would be until noon. So technically I would be fasting everything else, no carbs, no protein, no direct protein, so no like high amounts of protein. I would be doing a fast, so that way I can kind of cleanse out my gastrointestinal tract and work on trying to get my HGH up. Because when you do autophagy, right, which is primarily, I've been looking into it, and the more that I see it, autophagy is about the deprivation of caloric intake, but I'm thinking it has a lot to do with carbs and proteins, right? So if I only have one meal, essentially, which is my bone broth and my coffee, and I just do lemon water throughout the day, plus my supplements at noon, right? Then I'm continuing the autophagic cycle, right? Autophagic. There we go. Works. So I'm definitely working on that, and as you can see, I've definitely, I'm doing a lot better. I mean, I'm sitting down. I still got a little bit of a gut. I'm working on that. Right. But it's a lot better. It is a lot better than what it was. And I definitely look a lot better than what I did. So, stay. There we go. Much better. Emotional, fine, doing great. Yesterday was definitely a task. I had some stuff going on with family and stuff. Wednesday was definitely an interesting day for me. But you guys, if you guys follow along, you know in the video, you know what's going on. So, life happens. But as for my emotional spikes or anything like that, I'm not experiencing any major emotional spikes or anything like that. And I'm definitely feeling quite well. I'm right now churning my tea, cinnamon spice tea. So it's just plain tea. It's black tea with clove and cinnamon. It's by Harney and Sons? Harney, Harney and Sons, or Harney and Harnum. I'll have to go check the package later. But this is one of the most delicious teas I've ever had, and it has orange peels in it. At least that's what it said. It has some ground up orange peel, and I'm allowing it. I'm allowing myself a little bit of. It's tea, guys. I don't drink anything else other than black coffee with cinnamon and coconut oil. So I'm allowing myself an indulgence today, which I consider. When you think tea is an indulgence, you know that you got your diet pretty strict. So, oh God, that is so good. Also, one other thing. Let's go for mental. Mental capacity and mental clarity. I would definitely give that at least a 7 to an 8. I've been doing a lot better. My focus is definitely getting a lot better. Today I'm feeling very good, very excited, and it's all good. So I would probably give it like a solid 7, maybe an 8. As my body becomes more acclimated to my regimen and I allow my body time to recuperate and recover, I will feel better. So, right now I'm exercising every day, even if it's just a little bit, because you do need that recovery time. On my rest days, on my two rest days, there's one primary rest day where I only do yoga. But I've been barely doing any yoga because it's very difficult to do yoga when you have a sprained ankle. I've just been doing stretching. I've been stretching what I can with what I have, with what I can, and it has made a difference. It's made a huge difference. Same thing with the shoulders. Stretching back, stretching the triceps, stretching the guns. Oh, look at that. Getting fit, huh? Well, I still have some fat underneath here. I'm hoping to build my biceps enough, lose enough fat and build my biceps enough that this doesn't really matter. But it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it used to be. You can definitely see some definition in my bicep, in my shoulders. It's doing pretty good. I got a pretty good tricep going on. It's not that bad. Anyway, so I'm doing okay. As you can see, I'm doing pretty good, and that's where we stand. I'm doing good mentally, physically, and emotionally, and that's what this is about. So, I am just about 2.5 months in. I'm almost 3 months in, and I'm doing so much better, even with an injury. From where I was, just looking. I'm gonna be shaving in the next couple of weeks, but you can tell you can't really tell like my cheekbones. You can tell that my face is narrower. I have more definition, you can't really see with the lighting, but my collarbones are coming in a little bit better. My chest, I'm getting more definition in my chest. It's and my abs are shrinking. My waist is shrinking, and that's super. To me, that's what I wanted. I want to shrink the waist, build the chest, build the arms, gain flexibility. Build my legs, get do more of my cardio. That's one thing that I'm really looking forward to, because that was really helping to accelerate some of my fat loss, was doing the cardio, the high intensity interval training. That was doing wonders for me, and right now I can't really do that. I'm afraid to do that, because one, usually I'm doing like some sort of running or something like that for my high intensity, for my hits. We'll just call it the hits. High intensity interval training, where you go as fast as you can. I was trying to do some shadow boxing, but that was causing agitation to my ankle, and I was trying. So like I was sitting in my chair, and that was okay. That's okay, but you feel really silly. I'm gonna take off my watch. I'm gonna show you. Okay, this is great. So even if you're so I've been doing this kinda for my high intensity interval training. And it's super funny. Like, it's really funny, where, and I have people outside the door right now looking in. It's so fun. So, man, why is it that everybody has to look at me at the wrong time? So, when you're sitting there and you're going like this, right? And you get your heart rate up. That's a cardiovascular exercise, and some people like to do full extensions, left right. Usually I like to choose like a point on the wall, and I'll shadow box, right? And I'll pretend that I'm doing like a speed bag or a heavy bag or something, and I won't do it. I was doing it standing for a little while, but that was causing agitation. So now I had to do something else. And I'm only doing it a little bit because, people stare, but also I really don't care about that anymore. I'm learning not to care about what other people think in regards to myself, and what normally I would think of as embarrassing or something like that. Because really, what's normal? Is it normal to sit there with a huge bowl of ice cream that's, meant for 12 people and downing it yourself? Is it normal to have 24 tacos in one sitting? Is it normal to eat an entire large pizza to yourself, in front of all your friends and family? Is that normal? That's embarrassing. That got to me. I really thought about that, because I was with a buddy of mine the other day, and I completely forgot to talk about this, but I was with a buddy of mine the other day, and we sat down, and he binged completely, and not to say that, not to be completely judgmental or anything, against people who do that intermittently. I mean, if you like that, if you can handle that, and that's part, you do other things, and that's fine. But if you're doing that all the time, which is what I was doing, I was the guy that would, go eat an entire pie or eat an entire cake, and we'd laugh about it because, Labby can eat it. My friends call me Labby because it's my last name. Is that cool? Not especially. Not when you're obese. Not when you need to work on those things. Not when you are potentially one French fry away. And I hate to say it like this, and I really do, but when you're potentially one French fry away from a heart attack, that's not good. That is not good. So now I'm thinking to myself, ambiguously across the board, right? I don't care. I'm not ashamed about who I am and what I'm doing, right? Because I know that I know my reasons why I'm doing this, And also, if you're not into that lifestyle, I'm not here to shove it down your throat. That's not who I am. I'm not here to shove my lifestyle down everybody's throats. My family understands what's going on, and I've explained to them, and I still support them, even though they may not understand everything. They're very supportive of me. They may not understand everything, but they're very supportive. And when they're sitting there and they're eating a couple of pieces of cake or something like that, I'm not going to judge them. Why? Because that's who they are. That's what they want to do. I mean, like, they want to enjoy a piece of cake, and eventually I'm going to be able to enjoy a piece of cake, right? But that's not who I am right now. That's not what I'm doing right now. I'm working on no sugar. No, this is part of my way of eating. It's my lifestyle at this moment. That doesn't mean that I am going to be doing this forever for the rest of my life. I'm going to be doing a form of this in cycles for the rest of my life, because I'm definitely going to be getting into a maintenance goal. And that's what's important, is getting to a place of maintenance. Once I get down to a certain level, I mean, if you're already super fit and everything, you may not need to do ketosis, or you may want to do ketosis for completely different reasons. Even if you're, skinny, or if you're athletic, or all these other things, ketosis has a lot of benefits when it comes to being fat adapted for not just fat loss, but energy utilization, being for endurance. You get a lot more endurance. I can run a lot longer. I mean, you guys saw I did the 5K, and I did the 5K in 37 minutes. Not the best time for a bunch of people, but definitely the best time for me. That means that I was averaging about 12 and a half minutes per mile, 12 minutes and 20 seconds per mile, right? Doing it in 37 minutes and something seconds. So, I mean, 12 and a half minute mile for me, that's awesome. Like, I'm super psyched about that. I'm wondering what else I can do now that I'm getting even more fat adapted and my body's acclimating. There's kind of like that, and now that I'm getting better with my diet and getting things honed down and knowing what I'm doing and not eating too much, it's getting a lot better. But anyway, this video is kind of getting a little bit carried away and going a little bit longer than I expected. But guys, remember, be informed, stay motivated. What's that? What's that? What is that? Oh, live big. Live big, guys. All right, thank you.